The title of the lesson is Words and More Words. Of course, English words are increased almost every day. That means maybe the words of today are more the words of that which was in the past. One way of creating words is to borrow from other languages. For example, Arabic. English language has been borrowed words from the Arabic language, like the word algebra, zero, cotton, coffee, and sugar. Also, it borrowed words from the French language, like table, dinner, and medicine. From the Eskimo language, it borrowed kayak and igloo. Another way is to add suffixes and prefixes. What's a suffix? A suffix is defined as a group of letters added to the end of a word. Here are some examples of suffixes. The first word, walking. The stem here is walk, and we add the suffix ing to the end of the stem walk, so it becomes again it's walking. Another example, comfortable. The stem is comfort, and we add able at the end. The third example is careful. The stem is care, and we add ful to the end of the word. The last example, the stem is fame, and here we delete the letter e at the end of the word fame and add the suffix ous, so it becomes famous. Here we have the prefix. A prefix is a group of letters that goes in front of the stem. So if you will compare between a suffix and a prefix of course comes at the end of the stem, and the prefix is come at the beginning or at the front of the stem. The examples of prefixes here, of course, less than those which come at the suffixes. Here I have the word misunderstand. The prefix mis or mis comes at the front of the stem understand. Another example, which is unhappy. The prefix un comes at the front of the stem happy. A third example is re, or the prefix re, which comes at the front word make, so it becomes remake. I have a fourth example, which is the last. It's impolite. The prefix im comes at the front of the word polite. And again, if you will compare between prefixes and suffixes, a suffix changes the part of speech of a word, but a prefix, it changes the meaning of the word. A third way of making new words is compound words. The definition of compound words is to combine or join together two different words to make another word. That means one word and another come together, and it may give me another meaning which is far from these two words which are combined. Also, we have ways of combining words. Sometimes these two words which are combined, they may have a hyphen. Like seat belt. Seat belt here, it's not, of course, have a hyphen. It has a space. Seat, a word, and belt, another word. Another kind of compounds are the two words combined together. Even you cannot find the space between the first and the second word. It seems to be like one word. Blueberry. Blue is a word. Berry is another word. The third way is farmhouse. Farm is a word and house is also another word. Handbag. Hand is one and bag is another one. A fourth way is changing part of speech. That means you will find the word or the same word. When you use it in a certain sentence, from its position you can guess its meaning. Now look here. I have example. Maybe I have the word milk here. A noun can be used as a verb. The origin of the word milk, if you see it at the first time, you will say that it's a verb. But from its position, it may be different part of speech either. I bought some milk. Milk here comes as a noun. Also, you of course see it or can guess it's a noun from its position where it comes at the last or the end of the sentence. Another example of using the word milk as another part of speech is we can milk a cow. Milk here is a verb. How do you know that it's a verb? Of course, since it's preceded by the helping verb can, you will distinguish that it is a verb. Find and underline the prefixes and suffixes in these words. You will just underline either it's a suffix or a prefix. I have the word disobey. Another word which is discover, storage, location, voiceless, incomplete, collection, and irregular. Here is the answer of these exercises, and I'm sure that you answered it well because it's very easy. Now the word disobey has a prefix dis, where the stem of the word disobey is obey. The second word also has the prefix dis, and here look at the end of this word. I have the letter Y, which is also a suffix. That means the word discovery has a prefix which is this and a suffix which is Y, where the origin of the word is cover. Storage, the stem is store, and here we omit the letter E and we added the suffix age. Location, the stem is locate, and we added ion at the end of locate. Voiceless, voiceless here, the stem is voice, and we add less or less. In incomplete, I have the prefix in, which comes at the front of the stem complete. Collection, the stem is collect and we added ION at the end of collect. In irregular, IR is a prefix where the stem is regular. I have another exercise here, which is underline the compound words. From what I have told you about before, I'm sure that you will answer this question and you will distinguish between either it has a prefix, a suffix, or it is a compound word. Number one, washing machine. Unhappy. Spider-Man. Teacher. Blackberry. Zookeeper. Usage. Bodyguard. Conscientiousness. Impolite. Here I have the answers of the exercise. Yes, the word washing machine, of course, it's a compound. Why? Because if you separate it from each other, you will exactly know that they are two words. Washing is a word and machine is another word. But look at unhappy. Unhappy has a prefix. Why? Because it has the two letters UN at the front of the word happy. So it's not a compound. Spider-Man has two separated words, which is spider and man. So Spider-Man, of course, it's a compound. Teacher here, the stem is teach, and we have the suffix er. So it's not a compound. Blackberry, black and berry, so it becomes blackberry, which is a compound. The word zookeeper, sometimes you confuse because of the two letters er at the word keeper, but of course they are together, so immediately you will know that they are a compound. Usage is a word which has a suffix اللي هو age with use. The word bodyguard, of course, it has a hyphen. If you find the hyphen between a word and another, you exactly will be sure that it is a compound. Body and guard, it will be bodyguard. Look here at conscientiousness. Of course, it seems to be a very long word, and maybe you confuse either it's a compound or it has a suffix or prefix or what. Now look, it has a suffix ness, so it's not a compound, either it's long. Don't forget to separate the two words to distinguish either it's a compound or has a suffix or prefix. The last one is impolite. Impolite here, the stem polite, and M is a prefix, so it's not a compound and it has a prefix only. Another exercise are the underlined words verbs, nouns, or adjectives. Of course, this exercise is about parts of speech. You will know now according to what you have been already studied before. They fish 3 times a day. The word which is underlined here is fish. So, since it's preceded by a subject, you will immediately know that it's a verb, because the noun or the adjective cannot be preceded by a pronoun or a noun or which is considered as a subject. The second example is drinking milk is important for you, for your health. Milk here is considered as a noun. Why? Because it comes at the beginning of a sentence, which is together with the word drinking, and comes after it the verb to be is. So since it is followed by a verb, it will be a noun or an adjective. So it's impossible that it can be an adjective. So it's a noun. Goodbye, my dear students, and I will meet you in another new lesson later.